Deep in the heart of the Congo Basin, a creature is said to roam the murky waters and thick jungle. A massive, silent, and prehistoric creature. Locals speak of it in hushed tones, explorers chase it, scientists dismiss it. But what if the legend is true? Welcome to the story of Mokele-Mbembe, a cryptid some believe is a real-life dinosaur, hidden in one of the most remote regions on Earth. For over a century, tales of this beast have captivated adventurers, sparked expeditions, and fueled endless debate. In this video, we'll uncover the origins of the Mokele-Mbembe, dive into the expeditions that tried to find it, and explore why this legend refuses to die. From tribal accounts to satellite searches, we're going deep into one of the world's most enduring mysteries. Is it just folklore or a living relic of Earth's ancient past? Let's find out. Chapter 1, Roots in the Congo Basin. Deep in the heart of Central Africa lies one of the world's last great frontiers, the Congo River Basin, a sprawling tangle of rainforest, rivers, and swamps. It's a place so vast and unexplored, some people could even say it hides secrets from prehistoric times. Among the Baka people and other communities living amongst the dense riverbanks, there's a story that's been told for generations. A creature they called Mokele-Mbembe, a name that roughly translates to one who stops the flows of rivers. Descriptions vary slightly, but the core details are striking. It's said to be the size of an elephant with a long neck, a powerful tail, and a rounded body, eerily similar to a sauropod dinosaur. It's not a predator, but it's feared. Locals describe it as territorial, known to overturn canoes and avoid human contact. These stories go back long before the arrival of Western explorers, but it wasn't until the early 20th century that the myth of the Mokele-Mbembe caught the attention of the outside world. Missionaries, traders, and colonial officials began reporting similar tales, some even claiming to have seen massive tracks or heard the creature's bellowing calls echoing through the swamps. To some, this was just another example of local folklore, a spiritual or symbolic animal, but to others, it sounded like something more, a living dinosaur, somehow surviving millions of years past its extinction. The mystery was too good to ignore, and over the last century, Mokele-Mbembe would transform from a local legend into a global obsession. Chapter 2, The Dinosaur Theory. By the 1980s, the myth of the Mokele-Mbembe had caught the attention of a new group of believers, cryptozoologists, amateur explorers, and even a few scientists who thought the creature might be something more than just folklore. At the heart of their theory was one bold idea: Mokele-Mbembe could be a living sauropod, a long-necked dinosaur like Apatosaurus or Brachiosaurus, somehow surviving deep in the Congo Basin. This wasn't just wild speculation. Some Western researchers pointed to the descriptions from local witnesses: large body, long neck, heavy tail, as lining up eerily well with known sauropod anatomy. In some cases, when locals were shown pictures of extinct dinosaurs, they'd reportedly point to the sauropod and say, "That's it, that's Mokele-Mbembe." Fueled by this possibility, expeditions began. American and British adventurers, often sponsored by museums or Christian creationist groups, journeyed into the Congo in search of proof. Some returned with stories of giant footprints or mysterious roars in the night. Few claim to have seen the creature itself, gliding through the water like a shadow. But despite decades of searching, there's never been a single verified photo, video, or physical sample of the creature. No bones, no carcasses, no DNA, just stories. Still, the idea persists. For some, no lack of evidence is exactly the point. If the Congo is truly unexplored, couldn't something ancient still be hiding? For skeptics, though, the theory raises more questions than answers. How could a species of giant reptiles evade all detection in the 20th and 21st centuries? Could witnesses be misidentifying known animals, or is it a product of imagination and suggestion? Chapter 3, Alternate Theories. While the idea of Mokele-Mbembe being a living dinosaur has captured the most attention, not everyone agrees that's the full story, or even a likely one. Some researchers suggest the creature could be a misidentified known animal. The Congo Basin is home to elephants, hippos, large monitor lizards, and even manatees. From a distance, or in poor visibility, it's not hard to imagine someone mistaking a submerged elephant for something more mysterious, especially if cultural stories prime the imagination. Others propose Mokele-Mbembe is a mythical or spiritual entity, rooted in indigenous beliefs rather than biology. In this view, the creature isn't meant to be seen as literal flesh and blood, but as a symbol, maybe of nature's power, danger, or mystery. Some tribes even describe Mokele-Mbembe as a guardian of the river or a creature not to be spoken of lightly. There are also those who argue that the legend is a modern construct exaggerated by Western explorers, missionaries, and authors hungry for sensational stories. Critics point out that early colonial records don't mention Mokele-Mbembe at all, and the many detailed descriptions didn't appear until the late 20th century, after the idea of dinosaurs had entered pop culture. Then there's the psychological explanation. People may be seeing what they expect to see. When stories about river monsters or dinosaurs circulate through a region, witnesses can reinterpret ordinary experiences into extraordinary ones. So which is it? An unknown species, a cultural myth, or a case of mistaken identity? Maybe a little of all three. In the next chapter, we'll look at the modern expeditions that tried to find answers and what they discovered or didn't. Chapter 4, Expeditions and Evidence. For decades, Mokele-Mbembe has lured explorers, cryptozoologists, and curious adventurers deep into the Congo Basin, each hoping to uncover proof that the creature is real. One of the earliest and most publicized efforts came in the 1980s, led by self-proclaimed cryptozoologist Roy Mackal. A former University of Chicago biologist, Mackal conducted 2 expeditions, interviewing locals and navigating treacherous waterways. He returned with stories and sketches, but no physical evidence. No bones, no photographs, no definitive tracks. Since then, other expeditions have followed. Missionary Herman Regusters claimed to have recorded sounds of the creature. In 1981, it even saw a large shape moving in the water, but again, nothing verifiable was brought back. Some local guides pointed out areas where the creature was said to nest or feed. Footprints were found, but often dismissed as crocodile tracks or even fabricated impressions. Photos and videos were blurry at best. In the age of HD drones and satellite imaging, such a large animal should be easier to detect, yet no hard evidence has ever surfaced. In recent years, biologists and conservationists working in the region have never encountered anything resembling Mokele-Mbembe. Some suggest that earlier reports may have stemmed from a lack of scientific understanding or the human tendency to turn legends into sightings. Still, the idea persists. For many, the mystery is too compelling to let go. Perhaps one more expedition, one more camera will be the one to finally solve the riddle. But is that likely? Or is Mokele-Mbembe destined to remain in the murky waters between myth and science? In the final chapter, we'll explore why this legend refuses to die and what it says about us. Chapter 5, Why the Legend Persists. If there's no proof, no bones, no clear photos, no DNA, then why does the story of Mokele-Mbembe still thrive? Part of the answer lies in human psychology. We're wired to love mysteries, especially ones that hint at ancient worlds colliding with our modern one. A dinosaur hiding in the jungle taps into something primal, nostalgia, wonder, and the thrill of the unknown. But there's also the influence of faith and belief. For some, Mokele-Mbembe represents more than a cryptid. It's proof that science doesn't have all the answers. Creationists have used the legend to challenge the evolutionary timelines, arguing that a living dinosaur would disprove mainstream science. Cultural pride also plays a role. In the Congo Basin, stories of Mokele-Mbembe are part of the local oral tradition. These tales aren't necessarily about biology. They're about respect for the land, warning signs from ancestors, or lessons passed down through generations. To some locals, the creature is real because its story carries meaning, whether or not it physically exists. And then, of course, there's media and money, books, documentaries, YouTube videos. This legend draws clicks, views, and adventure seekers. The myth continues because we keep telling it, embellishing it, and chasing it. In a world where so many mysteries have been solved, Mokele-Mbembe remains elusive. It survives because we want it to. It's a reminder that perhaps, just perhaps, the world still holds secrets. So does Mokele-Mbembe truly exist, or is it just another shadow in the jungle? Maybe we'll never know, but the legend marches on. And now, let me know, what do you think? Is Mokele-Mbembe just a myth fueled by explorers and imagination, or could a living relic from Earth's prehistoric past still lurk in the remote heart of Africa? The truth is, legends like this one blur the line between reality and wonder. Whether you're a skeptic or believer, or just someone who loves a good mystery, Mokele-Mbembe invites us to keep asking questions, to keep exploring. And maybe that's the real power of this legend. It reminds us that not everything in this world has been discovered. If you enjoyed this dive into cryptid history, hit the like button, it really helps. Subscribe for more strange stories, legends, and unexplained mysteries from around the world. Let me know in the comments, do you believe Mokele-Mbembe could still be out there? Until next time, stay curious and remember, the jungle still holds its secrets.